is, for me, I think we're in pretty much lockstep there. There's just too much ground to make up for the playoffs. I have already, barring a total epic collapse, which I don't, they don't have the fabric to collapse, like a total epic meltdown collapse. It's been a success.
Yeah.
For real. Like, I've already penciled that in. It's February, man. We're going to go till the end of March. They pretty much are what they are, and it's pretty much what I wanted to see because I didn't expect them to make the playoffs. I expected them to be, I hoped that they would flirt. I guess flirt's the word. They would flirt. They flirted with it. They flirted with it for a little bit, but
you're getting, the payoff is so much greater for the individual success by these guys, and to the same reason of confidence. Matt Stafford winning the playoff game, looking in the mirror, these guys putting the stats up. Once they're confident in their individual ability and the roles that they play, then they'll play even more for each other. It's not they don't want to play for each other because you see every scrum, every whatever like this, they're all in together. It's learning and being disciplined and committing to being that piece of the puzzle. I would relate it to in football where you're the end and no matter what, you can't dive down. You got to take the sideline away and force the guy back inside. Well, somebody gets a little horny, right, and jumps down, and then the guy beats him wide, and there's the play because the discipline of doing your job wasn't there. When everybody does their job individually for the end. And that's what next year's for. And that's why after this year, when we're talking about it leading up to the draft and stuff like that, hopefully we'll get more of a semblance in the direction we're going to go, because that would be the time for all you is Blashill the guy, get Blashill, whatever, is that a move would be made. So if a move's made before the draft with somebody because Stevie thinks that it's better, that's something that I would expect.
Yeah.
But right now, the next big thing is Verona coming back.
And that's a great point, too, because the Blashill and the Dan Campbell thing, I think, are similar. But I always use this analogy. You guys hear me do this all the time, right? If you're driving up north, the Red Wings car with Blashill is just over the Zilwaukee Bridge, and it's headed up towards Standish. The Dan Campbell is just past Great Lakes Crossing going up towards Flint. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. It's the same car, same highway.
Where's Troy Weaver?
Well, I'm talking about the coaches. I mean, as far as Troy Weaver goes,
okay.
As far as Troy Weaver goes,
that's
probably similar. I think that the GM situation's probably pretty similar. Okay. In that you had your number 1 overall pick.
Yeah.
He flipped the whole thing in a year. Little tougher in the NBA. I think it's fair to say.
When we talk about it, the analogy of the Lions getting their quarterback. So if you use that analogy with the Pistons got their quarterback.
Right.
They got their Joe Burrow. They're all set.
Car's packed.
The car's packed.
Yeah,
exactly. We're not picking anybody up on the way.
No, yeah, right? The car's packed. They're in there. Like I said, they're going past the old Palace right now, or the old Silverdome. But the car's packed. They're ready to go. It's the trip is so new. The kids aren't even on their electronics yet. Like, you haven't caved and let them use the iPad yet because you need that for the last 2 hours to save your sanity. So you're trying to battle like you're.
So are you giving Blashill, to your analogy, from the Zilwaukee Bridge to the Mackinac Bridge?
I'm giving it. I'm giving him to Standish when 75 splits with 23.
Not even West Branch?
Yeah, when 75 splits with 23. Because you got to decide.
West Branch is a little bit further, so I guess the tether's being drawn in.
A little bit. It's not DEFCON 5 or anything. Just like it's not with Campbell.
Is he safer than he was this time last year?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Today he's safer than he was at this point. Like with me, but I mean it doesn't matter with me. But he is just in that. Because it was and look, I shoot you straight. I'm never.
It was unwatchable.
Yeah, it was unwatchable.
And the guys are hurt, and nobody's going to be here.
They couldn't score. No, and look, it's a little bit different with me. It's a little different with me. Yeah,
the collapse they can't this year is because they can put the puck in the net.
They can score this year, and that's where it is all right with me. As we take stock of it. So. We're kind of going across there right now. Mr. Poole says it would be a nice birthday present for them to pull off a win tonight. Well, Mr. Poole, happy birthday anyway. Even if they don't come through, as I looked at it on my bookie, the Rangers minus 210 favorite. So it's not looking good.
Madison Square Garden, it's always the oldest barn out there, and it's funny because have you been to Madison Square Garden?
You know what? I have not.
So you got to walk. So you got to walk up the ramp, the bus ramp, but everything's sort of up. It's like really really weird, but it is so cool. I always get enamored walking through the hall, right to the dressing room, because everybody who's performed there, from wrestling to musicians to whatever, boxing, way back when. You get caught, you'll spend 30 minutes like a museum.
Yeah,
awesome.
no, I understand that for sure. But yeah, I mean, that's where I am. I guess the part B of it, DMAC, we'll do that on the other side of the break, I think. I think we'll do the part B, because I did have a second question about the Red Wings that I did want you to address. And yes, it's dependent, and it's about my guy Zadina, because I want to know, and I got what I asked for, what I've been asking for with Zadina, and I want to get DMAC's take on what he's seen from it, and we'll do that on the other side.
But you know what? Tonight, you might have a gladiator battle if you got Ryan Reeves, tough guy for the Rangers, and our boy Giovanni Smith. I know that I'll be watching.